Alrighty, if we can get folks into their seats, continue to get into your seats, and we're going to kick things off very shortly. Okie dokie. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Sartell, Minnesota on this truly beautiful Minnesota fall afternoon. One for the weather. And what a moment to be present for. A historic day, not just for Sartell or Minnesota or even the nation, but the world. Today is going to be a global first, a true day one, and we're here for it together. But before we get into the real meat of it, we will run through some housekeeping items. So I'm Tom Granger, Niron Magnetics Commercial Vice President. I will be your host for the day. Housekeeping. Number one will be safety. So at Niron, we work in a manufacturing environment, and so safety comes first. We start every meeting with a safety moment for today's meeting. Our safety moment is going to be with regards to boundaries on the premises. So we have graded the land. It is all ADA compliant, but beyond the areas of obvious grading, it's rough, so stay within the prepared areas. It is risky out there for tripping, falling, especially with those with nice shoes, and I've seen a lot of those this morning. So please remain in the designated areas, and we will be good to go. Number two will be weather and other possible safety concerns. Today is looking gorgeous. In the unlikely event that this manages to turn or any other safety concerns arise, we have a plan that we will follow. So in that event, an announcement will be made from the stage. It'll likely be me and you. We will then proceed out to the road and head down the road to the community center that is just beyond those trees. But basically out to the road, take a right, and walk that way in that event, and we'll let you know. Number three, bathrooms. If you haven't seen it, they are behind you. If you need them, use them, good to go. And lastly, program duration. So we've got 45 fun-filled minutes as the main program today, and that will be followed by the opportunity for photos. So anyone and all will get a chance to grab shovels, break ground, and take pictures and share them. Photos and refreshments. So we've got more on that later, but pretty special stuff out on site today. So that is the housekeeping. All good? Alrighty, okay, let us get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, the ground that we stand on today tells a pretty incredible story. 120 years ago, right here, the Verso paper mill was founded on this site. And 13 years ago, the mill burnt down in a fire that was tragic for the community and ended over a century of manufacturing legacy on this site in Sartell. Today, we're here to open the book on the next century. Like, this kicks off the next 100 years. Let's do it. In short order, this location will house America's first complete end-to-end permanent magnet manufacturing facility, representing over a $400 million investment in the community that will create hundreds of high-tech manufacturing jobs. And these numbers are great headlines, but they are only a small piece of this. They are the beginning. You will hear some incredible chapters today from a series of our speakers. This is going to be a story about cutting-edge university research, about unwavering state support, about customer and investor foresight, people who could look ahead and act boldly, and about truly supportive communities coming together to be one greater community and achieving something greater as a result. So, story of innovation, risk, growth, the American manufacturing renaissance. I am proud to say that it's the story of Niron Magnetics. And I cannot wait for you to hear from the folks who will share the remarkable chapters. We're going to, before that, take an opportunity to recognize some of our distinguished guests up front. So you'll hear from many of them this afternoon. It is a star-studded cast. I will give the rundown. And at the end, we will give them a real Minnesota round of applause. So hold it, charge that up. We're going to fire it off. With us today, we have Dr. Sinisa Yorkovich, the Vice President of Propulsion Engineering, Head of Electric Drive Systems at Stellantis, one of the world's largest automotive companies. We have Dr. Shashank Priya, Vice President of Research at the University of Minnesota, we have Mayor Ryan Fitzum of the city of Sartell. We have Minnesota Representative Bernie Perryman. We have Minnesota Representative Tim O'Driscoll. We have Minnesota Senator Jeff Howe. We have Commissioner Matt Verilek of the Minnesota Department of Employment and Economic Development. We have the Speaker of the Minnesota House of Representatives, Lisa DeMuth. We have Representative Betty McCollum of Minnesota's 4th Congressional District. We have House Majority Whip, Representative Tom Emmer of Minnesota's 6th Congressional District. We have the Chairman of the Shakopee-Mdewakanton Sioux community, Cole Miller, and we have the Governor of the great state of Minnesota, Governor Tim Walz. Everybody, let us give them a round of applause! Woo! Oh, yeah. And so, at this time, we're going to ask everybody to please stand, and we will rise for the national anthem, which will be performed by the outstanding musicians of the Sartell High School Pep Band.
There is no.
Please be seated. The pep band is departing. As they do, let's give on 3 a Go Sabres. These are the Sabres. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, Go Sabres. 1, 2, 3, Go Sabres! Woo! Alrighty. We are kicking off our speakers today with the CEO of Niron Magnetics, Jonathan Roundtree. Jonathan likes to say that his 30-year career taking new material technologies to market was an apprenticeship, preparing him for the biggest challenge yet, Niron Magnetics, creating a solution to one of the greatest geopolitical vulnerabilities of our lifetime. And Jonathan, since arriving 3 years ago at Niron, has been instrumental in taking us from a company that started in a Starbucks and at a university lab to a world-class facility producing one of the strongest magnetic materials known to science. And so now Jonathan is at the helm as we stand up Plant 1 here in Sartell, but also as we grow to Plants 2, 3, 4, more, and beyond. Everybody, let us put our hands together for Jonathan Roundtree.
Thank you, Tom, for the very kind words. You know, it's just so exciting to be standing here today, listening to the Sartell High School Prep Band play America's national anthem. And I was just reflecting on today and what we're actually going to build here next in Sartell, and it gives me goosebumps to think about it. I want to thank by thanking the band, thanking David Lumley, the band director, for their beautiful rendition of the national anthem. It's said that all good things begin with a light bulb moment, and Niron Magnetics was no different. When the light bulb shone brightly 14 years ago in a lab at the University of Minnesota, where Professor Jianping Wang proved iron nitride technology was the most powerful magnetic material known to science. 3 years ago, when I joined Niron, we were only 30 employees operating out of a 7,000 square foot lab in Minneapolis. Last October, we celebrated our pilot plant opening, where we had grown to 90 employees and 70,000 square feet. Today, we're proud to be here in Sartell, at what will be soon our new 190,000 square foot manufacturing facility, where we are investing hundreds of millions of dollars, creating 175 new high-tech manufacturing jobs, and expanding our team to over 300 employees. But this development would not have been possible without our incredible partners. Thank you to our federal partners, the Department of Energy's Advanced Research Program Agency, or called ARPA-E, which supported the early research with the University of Minnesota and also supported our recent facility expansion in Minneapolis. The Defense Logistics Agency, the Congressional delegation, and I specifically want to thank both the House Majority Whip, Representative Tom Emmer, and Representative Betty McCullum for their steadfast support and willingness to take a risk on a new technology that will reduce US reliance on China and create supply chain independence. Without your foresight and commitment to driving new innovation, we would not be standing here today. Thank you. Thank you for the state of Minnesota's Department of Employment and Economic Development, the Greater St. Cloud Development Corporation, and the wonderful city of Sartell, where we are proud to put down roots and grow. Thank you to our investors, the University of Minnesota Endowments, Artiman Ventures, Anzu Partners, the Shakopee Metawakan Sioux community, and the Pechonga Band of Indians, amongst many others, many of whom are here today to show their support. Most importantly, thank you to the Niron team, who work tirelessly every single day to achieve our vision of becoming a leading global supplier of powerful, rare earth-free permanent magnets. I'm looking forward to us working and growing together to bring this facility online as quickly as possible. So what exactly is this breakthrough that everyone has been investing in? Well, it starts with something pretty simple: iron ore from Minnesota's Iron Range. Through advanced chemical and manufacturing processes, we add nitrogen to the iron and transform that into iron nitride, the strongest magnetic material known to science. The magnets we produce are clean, they're free of rare earths, and are being integrated into products we use all day, every day, including speakers, sensors, motors, cell phones, and cars. Our partners like Samsung, Magna, Stellantis, and GM are using our magnets to build the next generation of products built on a secure, stable supply chain here in the US. While others are trapped in the paradigm of mine-to-magnet production, Niron has done what the US does best and innovated towards an integrated end-to-end solution, converting Minnesota iron into magnets. There are three key things that I'd like you to remember. The first one is we are secure. We source 100% of our inputs domestically and eliminate dependence on China-controlled supply chains. We are powerful, delivering breakthrough performance with the next generation of permanent magnets. And we are sustainable, offering a clean approach to magnet production and at scale, not needing to be subsidized to be successful. And this, today, is just the beginning. As we break ground on Plant 1, we are not just building the world's first iron nitride magnet facility. We are launching a new American industry, and we are starting it right here in Sartell, Minnesota. The future of US innovation looks bright, and it's powered by Niron Magnetics. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. Our next speaker comes to us as one of Niron's key commercial partners. You see, magnets actually do not change the world when you make them. They change the world when they're designed and built into powerful machines. And so Dr. Sinisa Jurkovic is an expert in designing and building magnets into powerful machines, who today leads a world-spanning team of experts who design and build magnets into powerful machines. This man is a luminary in his field. He has spent decades at the helm of the world's biggest automotive companies, shaping the future of mobility. Please welcome to the stage Dr. Sinisa Jurkovic, Vice President of Propulsion Systems Engineering and the head of electric drive systems at Stellantis.
Thank you, Tom, for that very, very kind introduction, and thank you, Niron team, for allowing me and Stellantis to be part of this important day for you today. On behalf of Stellantis, I would like to congratulate the Niron Magnetics and the city of Sartell on this important event today. But today, it's not just about groundbreaking and about a new facility. It's also about innovation and technology and building a significantly stronger technology ecosystem that we are extremely proud to support at Stellantis. Innovation is a driving force behind everything we do. It's a driving force behind our brands like Dodge, Ram, Chrysler, and Jeep, and the vehicles that we deliver to our customers that are unlike anything else on the road today. It gives our customers what they want, and most importantly, it gives our customers opportunity to choose, the freedom of choice, whether they want high performance, comfortable pickup truck or a SUV with a hybrid power that's capable of scaling off-road trails and so on, to an ultimate American muscle that has enough rumble to wake up your neighbors every morning when you start it, if that's what you want. But we can't develop these ultimate vehicles without breakthrough technologies like Niron Magnets. That's why we are here to celebrate with you, and that's why Stellantis Ventures invested in Niron 2 years ago. We believed in their vision to create rare earth-free permanent magnets, and we believed in the potential to scale them for use in automotive applications. Their technology delivers the performance we need using simple, abundant materials like iron and nitrogen, and in a very elegant way eliminates the dependency on volatile rare earth materials that have been traditionally dominated by overseas production. Niron magnets are engineered for demanding automotive applications with high performance and efficiency that deliver performance in our vehicles that's uncompromised relative to what our customers have been used to. At Stellantis, we believe that listening to our customers is how we win. When we pair our engineering scale with transformational ideas and entrepreneurs from Stellantis, it allows us to bring these technologies to the market, into our cars, even faster. So at the end, once again, I'd like to congratulate the Niron team, the people of Sartell, and really everyone who made today possible. We are excited to be here, and we are excited to support you. We're excited to what comes next. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Jurkovic. Our next speaker comes to us from the institution where this breakthrough began and what has made all of this possible. That is the University of Minnesota, where federal investment in research has yielded extraordinary innovation. Niron and beyond, if you see some of the other things they're working on, it is an exciting place. And so we're going to welcome to the stage a leading expert in materials science and in clean energy technologies, and in making ideas go from the earliest stages and bring them to you and to reality. So please welcome to the stage Dr. Shashank Priya, Vice President of Research at the University of Minnesota. Give it up for Dr. Priya.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. It's a privilege to join you here in Sartell for this very milestone of groundbreaking the Niron Magnetics new facility. And on behalf of University of Minnesota, President Cunningham, I offer congratulations to Jonathan and the whole entire Niron team, and thank you all for being here today. We are especially grateful for many partners who made this possible, our local community leaders, state leadership, federal and tribal partners, and our industry colleagues. Your support reflects the broad coalition it takes to move discoveries from lab to the marketplace. Now at the university, we are very, very proud of Niron Magnetics as it's one of our own babies. It was born out from University of Minnesota's research lab, led by a leading professor, Jianping Wang, who is here with us in the audience today. The science of this whole material that you've been hearing about is really remarkable. For a long time, this material was controversial and enigmatic material, very difficult to synthesize. I think it's the persistent approach of Professor Wang and his students that unraveled its physics and material science in 2010. And it took about 14, 15 years to reach the place where we are because of the tremendous transformative leadership of folks like Jonathan and others. Actually, I was riding in a car with Jianping Wang here. It's a 1.5-hour drive. And he already gave me an idea for the next company he's forming. It's amazing. He told me he only took sabbatical 3 times in his life. The first 2 times was to get Niron started. And look where we are. And now he's on sabbatical to form this next company, which he said is going to challenge NVIDIA's GPU. So sorry, Jianping Wang, to put you on the spot there. But this story is more about people than it's about materials. This collaboration is training the next generation of scientists, the engineers right here in Minnesota. Hopefully will produce very quality workforce that can be employed right here in Sartell and can advance to the next generation of materials beyond what we are seeing here today. And hopefully these jobs that will be created will allow us to secure more vendors and suppliers and more businesses to migrate here and create a community of economic development here. As pointed out earlier by my other speakers, this is about national security. This is about securing critical supply of materials. And this is about reinforcing American leadership in manufacturing. And all these are converging at one spot right here in Sartell. I think this technology that we will demonstrate will put us right back in competition with none in this world. Hopefully, will not only promote things that we know about, but these magnetic materials will launch new generation of products that have yet to come and will inspire many more at the university to take interest in driving new material science. So congratulations again to Niron, and the University of Minnesota is so proud to stand with you here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Priya. Running with the theme of people who make breakthrough technologies, if you're not picking up on a trend, we're going to have a few of those folks. Our next speaker leads one of the most forward-thinking agencies in government. And so this is a group who does not just swing, they take home run swings, and more often than not, they hit home runs. So this is the Advanced Research Projects Agency for the Department of Energy, or ARPA-E, and they're an agency who does not just play the game, they change it. The breakthrough technologies in the energy sector from the last decade and for the next decade are, with small exception, linked to this agency. We're going to bring up to the stage one of its leaders. This is the acting director of ARPA-E, Dr. Daniel Cunningham. Put your hands together.
Well, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Daniel Cunningham, and I'm actually the Deputy Director for Technology at ARPA-E. We're having a new director actually sworn in today, so that's an excellent occasion for us. But let me begin by thanking our host, Niron Magnetics, for inviting me to speak today on such an exciting occasion. I'm really thrilled to be here with our fellow speakers and all of you for this celebration. At ARPA-E, our mission is straightforward but ambitious. We like to take bold energy ideas and turn them into technologies that strengthen America's energy security and economic leadership. We do this by helping those technologies progress from concept to prototype to market, to make a difference, to be impactful. So we're proud to see that the technology that the ARPA-E first supported through our REACT program in 2012 is today the reason Niron is breaking ground on a full-scale production facility. Increasing how efficiently critical minerals are used and discovered, and discovering viable alternatives has long been a focus for ARPA-E. Niron's pioneering work with iron nitride, the world's first rare earth-free magnet, strong enough to replace traditional magnets, set them apart from the very beginning. This is why, once the technology was proven and Niron was ready to scale to the next step, we selected them for our Scale Up 2021 program. We created the Scale Up program to address the scaling gap and help previously funded ARPA-E technologies advance from prototype to commercial scale, going through that valley of death. The results speak for themselves. Major commercial partnerships, recognition on Time's Best Innovations list, multiple top tech award honors, a pilot line in Minneapolis, which I was very happy to be at last year, and now today's groundbreaking. Some fantastic achievements. And today's celebration is especially timely. The United States is making major steps to reshore critical materials, investing in domestic mining, processing, recycling, as well as advanced materials like Nirons, to reduce dependence on foreign supply chain and strengthen national security. So ARPA-E is proud to play a role in supporting this work, continuing our decade-long journey with breakthrough technologies driving the innovations that will secure America's critical mineral future. So this facility represents an important step forward. By serving industries from motor manufacturing, consumer electronics to defense, it shows the broad potential for rare earth-free magnets to transform multiple sectors. So congratulations again to Niron, and we're eager to see what the future holds for you. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Cunningham. Now we will hear from the leader of the community that will be home to this transformative facility. He's a longtime advocate for economic development and sustainable manufacturing, and someone who we are proud to recognize as an incredible partner and a visionary community leader. Please welcome to the stage Mayor Ryan Fittsum.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the City of Sartell, it's my great honor to welcome you to our community. Today marks more than just a groundbreaking and a new era for Niron Magnetics. It marks the start of an exciting new chapter for the City of Sartell. For those of you who may not know Sartell's history, this very site supported a former paper mill that stood at the center of our community for more than a century. It was our largest employer, a source of identity, and a pride for generations. Quite literally, the reason Sartell started. Its closure in 2012 left both an economic and emotional gap within our city. That is why today is so meaningful. With Niron Magnetics choosing Sartell for its first full-scale production facility, we're bringing new life to this land. This investment will create hundreds of high-quality jobs, strengthen our tax base, and reaffirm Sartell as a hub for innovation, sustainability, and advanced manufacturing. To Jonathan and your leadership team, the board of Niron Magnetics, thank you for choosing Sartell. You had many options, and we're proud that you saw the promise within our community. What you'll find here are hardworking individuals with a robust business community, a city dedicated to your long-term success. Our community also owes a debt of gratitude to the following key contributors: the Sartell City staff, led by and especially our City Administrator, Anna Gruber. Our Sartell School District, led by Dr. Rivard. Nataya and her staff at the Greater St. Cloud Development Corp. Our Sartell City Council members, both past, present, your dedication absolutely made this possible. And finally, our local business leaders, their diligence and commitment in showing Niron Magnetics what Sartell and Central Minnesota region are all about. 443 days ago, Niron Magnetics made their first visit to Sartell. Since that date, I've held a certain phrase close to my chest, again, for the past 443 days. So today I'm excited to be at this podium to shout out, Niron Magnetics, welcome home to Sartell. In closing, this site will be transformed, which once anchored our past will become the foundation for our future. Thank you.
I'd like us to give it up one more time for Mayor Fitzham. We are honored to have strong bipartisan congressional support for this project. I now have the pleasure of introducing a true champion of American energy and manufacturing for over 2 decades in Congress. She is one of Niron's most long-standing vocal and constant supporters. Please welcome Representative Betty McCollum of Minnesota's 4th District.
Tom said to me when I walked up here, and this is true, when it comes to projects in Minnesota, as the dean, getting to work with the whip, we do this in a nonpartisan way. So good afternoon. It's great to be in Sartell, and I have been looking forward to today because it's quite an achievement that we are celebrating together for Niron Magnetics under the leadership of Jonathan Roundtree, and for the state of Minnesota, for our country, and yes, for Sartell. Today we break the ground on the first scale large production facility for the world's first rare earth free permanent magnet. Now I'm a teacher. You're going to hear that a number of times. There's a test after this. There's a reason why there's permanent in front of magnetics. If you don't know the answer, Jonathan will fill you in. It's an incredible achievement for Niron, a company born right here, as was pointed out, at the University of Minnesota. To the Niron team, the first 30, many of you I've met, you've made research and development efforts in manufacturing a reality today. You never gave up. This facility in particular is going to send a message to our nation and to the world that Minnesota can meet any technology challenge, because we must ensure the economic and national security success for the American people. In Minnesota, we need to play our part in that, and we're doing that today. But even as we celebrate here, there's more work to be done. The kind of work that we need to be done, we know what it is. It's what do we do to make our supply chains not vulnerable to China? We know that the Chinese restrictions on critical materials have already put us in a permanent magnet crisis. This is a crisis. It's a crisis because America's economy and our defense industrial base require tens of thousands of tons of magnets. They're everywhere. They're in your cell phone, and your cell phone has more than one of them in it. So the challenge for Niron, for Minnesota and our nation, now that the construction's underway, Niron, we must support and work with you to find a location for their nearly 10,000-ton full-volume manufacturing facility and the facilities to come. So there's going to be a $1.2 billion facility, and it's going to be built somewhere in the United States. And Governor, Representative Emmer, I think we can do it right here in Minnesota. So we need to work together, not in a bipartisan way for this, for our national economic security and our national security. We need to work with local governments. Thank you, Your Honor. And I was a city council member. Thank you, City Council. To make sure that state and federal and the private sector that's here today work together. To make sure that Niron's next facility and the tens of thousands plus jobs are created right here in Minnesota. And I want to just take a second. I love history, so hearing that there used to be a paper mill here and that it burnt down is something to see this being built here. But as we are here together with our brothers and sisters from Shakopee, it is so wonderful to see you making an investment in our state, in our economic security, and in our national security. We thank you so much. So, let me close with this. You have my commitment. You have Tom's commitment. You're going to hear from our state partners later. Let's go, Minnesota. Let's get the magnets stuck together.
Thank you, Representative McCollum, for your steadfast support of American manufacturing and for firing us all up, just to say it. We are also joined by another person I'm excited to welcome to the stage, someone who understands the value of working both smarter and harder. We're going to welcome up Representative Tom Emmer from Minnesota's 6th District. This is the district in which we are gathered today. A strong advocate for innovation and for economic growth here and in greater Minnesota. Let's put our hands together. Please welcome Representative Tom Emmer.
Thank you, Tom. Good afternoon. What a day. It is an honor to join you in celebrating the groundbreaking of Niron Magnetics' new manufacturing facility right here in Sartell. And by the way, Betty, that $1.2 billion looked really good right here in Sartell. This is the first large-scale manufacturer of rare earth free iron nitride permanent magnets in the world. Think about that, right here in Sartell. It's also great to see so many of our wonderful friends from the Twin Cities out here in greater Minnesota. It just makes me think, contrary to what some people might say, we have a lot more to offer out here than just rocks and cows. Nothing proves that better than today's monumental event. I want to thank Jonathan for inviting me to be with you today. I want to thank all of the partners that have made this possible, including Mayor Fitzum, Congresswoman McCollum, our local legislators, and the entire Niron team for all your hard work in making this project a reality. This is an exciting moment, not just for Sartell or Minnesota, but for the future of American manufacturing, innovation, and energy independence. I'm proud of this state-of-the-art facility, and more importantly, the fact that it's going to be built right here in Minnesota's 6th Congressional District in the heart of our great state. Niron is a Minnesota-born success story. Developed, as you've heard, from the University of Minnesota's Venture Center, Niron has attracted more than $100 million in private investment, and their technology has actually been recognized by Time magazine as one of the best innovations of 2023. They've developed powerful, rare earth-free permanent magnets that will power our vehicles, energy infrastructure, and defense systems while securing America's supply chains and curbing our dependence on foreign manufacturers. I had the privilege of touring Niron's headquarters in Minneapolis last month, where I spoke with company leaders, met with employees, and witnessed this high-performance technology firsthand. Niron is revolutionizing industries that depend on magnetic technologies. And by continuing to invest here in Minnesota, they're also growing the local economy and supporting our community. This facility will bring hundreds of good-paying jobs to Stearns County and it's the biggest commercial investment in Sartell since the old Verso paper mill. That's real opportunity for Minnesota families and real economic growth for our state. It's nothing short of transformational, and it didn't happen by accident. It was made possible by strong partnerships between Niron and their dedicated workforce, local leaders, and bold action in Washington. Thanks to the pro-growth, pro-manufacturing provisions in the Republicans' Working Families Tax Cut, businesses like Niron have more opportunities to expand right here in the United States. That legislation includes dozens of tax initiatives designed to jumpstart our economy, protect American workers, and revitalize American manufacturing. In Minnesota, we know how important the manufacturing industry is to our way of life. The Working Families Tax Cut was created with manufacturing in mind. It contains key wins, like full expensing for new factories and factory improvements, full expensing for domestic research and development, full expensing for new capital investments like machinery and equipment. It makes permanent Section 199A, and there's no tax on overtime, all of which unleash opportunities for Minnesota manufacturers like we've never seen before. Jonathan summed it up best when he said that our Working Families Tax Cut provides the incentives that companies like Niron need to power innovation and stay globally competitive. Today's groundbreaking ceremony is not just a win for Niron, Sartell, or our state. It serves as a reminder that American manufacturing is booming again under President Trump, and I'm proud to see Minnesotans are leading the way. Thank you again, Jonathan, and everyone else for inviting me to join you today, and congratulations on this remarkable achievement. Please know that you have fierce advocates in Washington, D.C., and our door is always open. Thank you for bringing Niron to Sartell.
Thank you, Representative Emmer. We are also honored to hear today from Senator Amy Klobuchar, a longtime leader on competitiveness and manufacturing policy. Today, Senator Klobuchar will be joining us via video, justifying these giant screens. So, let's put our hands together.
Hello to everyone in Sartell, there for the...
Let's hold for a second, and then maybe put our hands together for Senator Amy Klobuchar.
Hello to everyone in Sartell, there for the groundbreaking of Niron's Plant 1 facility. You know, just a year ago, I was there when they did the ribbon cutting on Niron's 70,000 square foot pilot facility in Minneapolis. And today, you're taking the next big step, breaking ground on a 160,000 square foot manufacturing plant that will create more than 300 construction jobs and 175 permanent jobs. That's a big deal for Sartell, but it is also a big deal for our entire state. You know, our state brought the world everything from the Post-it note to the pacemaker. And thanks to you and your work with the University of Minnesota, we can now add the world's first clean earth magnet, a high-power magnet produced without relying on other countries for raw materials. That's good for our supply chain, good for our environment, good for Minnesota manufacturing. No wonder Time Magazine named it one of the best inventions of 2023. You're already putting the Post-it note to shame. These magnets are in everything from the phones in our pockets to the cars we drive to the HVAC systems that keep us cool in the summer and warm in the winter. And when you're making things that aren't only good for the economy, but the environment too, we should support that. That's why I work to pass legislation with tax credits for companies that make sustainable products like these clean earth magnets. I'm also working to get workers the skills they need to fill engineering and manufacturing jobs through apprenticeship skills training in 1- and 2-year degrees. After all, we aren't going to have a shortage of sports marketing degrees in our country. We're going to have a shortage of engineers, technicians, computer manufacturers, and manufacturing workers. To make sure you get your goods to market, I will also keep working to strengthen our supply chains. I know Congressman Emmer cares a lot about that. We work across the aisle together. We're actually friends. And I know we can ensure that we will remain a country that makes stuff, that invents things, that exports to the world. Niron could have picked anywhere in the country for this facility, but they made the right choice putting it in Sartell. We don't mess around when it comes to manufacturing. Congratulations on breaking ground, Niron, and I cannot wait to see the plant all in action, filled with workers. Thank you.
For all of those with sports marketing degrees, there's a first aid tent in the back. Thank you, Senator Klobuchar, for that strong message. Let's give a clap that maybe she can hear. Let's really try it. There are, as you've seen, a lot of groups that we wouldn't be here today if not for their support. And our next speaker leads a group who stands out as exceptional even in that category. One of Niron's earliest investors was the Shakopee-Mdewakanton-Sioux community, SMSC, who saw the vision when it was, truth be told, barely more than a dream. SMSC is now one of Niron's closest partners today, having brought that dream to life, and now helping us bring it to the world. We're privileged to be joined by Chairman Cole Miller of the Shakopee-Mdewakanton-Sioux community, whose leadership and partnership have been invaluable to our success, and who represents a community with a proud tradition of both environmental stewardship and economic innovation. Let's put our hands together. A round of applause as we welcome Chairman Miller.
Homitakiapi, Chante Washtea na Pechi Zapido. Thank you all for inviting us today. This has been a long process with Niron. We're so excited to be partnering. We've made lifelong friends now. First off, I got to make sure and mention I've got my fellow business council members, Vice Chairwoman Natasha Hacker and Secretary Treasurer Ashley Cornforth here with me today. It's funny, I'm on my way up and I'm practicing the speech, and then all of a sudden I get up here and I get nervous. But so bear with me. But it's been a long, we've got a long history with Niron, I think since its inception, and we've just been excited to see the progress that's made. There's faith in there with the Minnesota delegation, and it really shows what trailblazers Niron is, and we're very happy to be a part of it. So it's an honor to be here today to celebrate this milestone for Niron Magnetics. I want to say congratulations to the team at Niron, and I want to say congratulations to Sartell. At the SMSC, we're the largest employer in Scott County, so we know what industry means to a local area like this. We know that it means jobs and security for the local area. We recognize not only what Niron Magnetics innovation meant for creating a more environmentally friendly approach to making magnets, but also the transformative effect that growth could have on so many other industries that benefit our planet, our state of Minnesota, and our future generations. With Niron Magnetics technology, we can reduce or even eliminate our reliance on rare earth materials. The way these materials are extracted comes at a very high cost to the earth. That aligns with our traditional Dakota values. Niron's technology offers a better path forward, one that does align with our Dakota values to protect and preserve Mother Earth. This facility also represents a significant milestone for the future of manufacturing. When completed, it will be clean, carbon neutral facility that will serve as a model for low footprint, environmentally conscious manufacturing. Our belief in Niron's mission is why we've supported the company from the very beginning, and why we were pleased to make a third major investment earlier this summer. Congratulations once again to the team here at Niron Magnetics, and to everyone whose hard work and vision have brought us to this moment. The SMSC is proud to stand with you today, and we cannot wait to see what grows from this new innovative facility. Wopi Tatanka, Mitaki, Wasan.
Thank you, Chairman Miller. We've got one more speaker left today, and one little preamble before we bring him up, which is just one more thank you to the Niron team. And so I'm just going to talk directly to my colleagues, all of you, to whom it's truly an honor to work with. this happened against all odds. Back in 2012, when innovative magnet projects got funded, there were more than a dozen. One of them exists today. And in the interim, there were many people who tried. One try is becoming a success today. And that doesn't just happen with hard work. It doesn't just happen with luck. It just doesn't happen with skill. It takes all of the above. So for the luck, thank you. But for the skill and for the hard work, it's fantastic to show up every day and look around and be able to appreciate that we're only here because of each other. And what's more exciting is looking ahead, because there is a lot of work to do. There's going to be a factory here shortly. There's going to be factories around the world. We've made the first of these magnets. There will be dozens. We've put them in some machines. They will be in our homes, in our cars, and in our factories. And when I look at you as a team, I know we can do it. So one more round of applause for the Niron team. And one more speaker for the day. So please join me in welcoming Minnesota's governor, a tireless advocate for clean energy jobs and manufacturing innovation, Governor Tim Walz. Thank you, Tom.
Hey. Well, thank you, Tom. How about a round of applause for not just the best MC, but what a hype man. Niron, you're lucky. Tom, well done. And Jonathan, to you and Niron, congratulations, first of all. And I think for all of us here, Niron embodies the spirit of Minnesota. Bold, innovative, collaborative, the ability to see over the horizon. You've heard it from the pacemaker to the Post-it to the toaster and now to Niron. That's what Minnesota is predicated on. And this idea that we collaboratively do it together. To the mayor and to folks in Sartell, thank you. Thank you for being a host for this. This community is a host for these things because you have quality schools. You have modern infrastructure. You have opportunities for people to live the lives they want to by having jobs that allows them to do that. And this is the community that went out of their way to make that happen. And then the partnership, our federal partners who are making the things happen. We've seen it with our DEED partners able to help fund some of this, but DEED is able to fund that through the bipartisan or nonpartisan effort of the legislature that put money into that. So millions of dollars to the city of Sartell and others that come into it, and that's from all over the state. And I appreciate Representative Emmer noting this, that this was founded at the University of Minnesota in the heart of the Twin Cities, which you're welcome to come and experience One Minnesota with us because we're in this together. The idea is these tax dollars are being invested from across the state. As Sartell goes, so goes Shoreview, that we're in this together. And this innovation, that spirit, is the reason why, not just Niron, Solventum, America's newest Fortune 500 company, chose Minnesota as their home. Philips, coming across from the Netherlands to invest here. And we see it time and time again that the quality of life, the quality of education, the investments at great land-grant universities like the University of Minnesota, partners in the legislature, the ability to be able to make the case. And I will tell you, several years ago when I was at that campus in Minneapolis, and Niron said, we're ready to go to the investors. We're ready to reach scale. We're ready to put this into production. And at that point in time, as you heard, they could locate anywhere. And they're going to make the best decisions for Niron to make sure that they're there, that it's affordable, that they can find quality employees, that it makes sense to make that happen. And we said, give us an opportunity here. And just like all those other companies, they chose to stay in Minnesota. That's why recently being named one of the best states to start and maintain a business, Niron made a good choice. Minnesotans continually make that choice nonpartisanly together on all levels of government to make this happen. And what will come out of this is good paying jobs in this community. What will come out of this is folks being able to choose the lifestyle they want. What will come out of this is Minnesota leading in innovation. And you heard it at the higher levels of this. This is a national security concern. Those rare earth metals that China holds the majority of them puts our nation at risk by depending on that. We're not dependent on Beijing. We're dependent on Sartell now. We're dependent on Minnesota, and that makes all the difference. So I just want to say congratulations to everyone who's involved. Congratulations to the scientists who are in here. Congratulations to the people that know that science is the way we move forward on these hardest questions we have, and we're not making a choice between the economy and science. We're not making a choice between sustainability and profits. They go hand in hand, and Niron is in Sartell and in Minnesota to prove that. So congratulations, Tom. I think we're putting shovels in the ground. Is that correct? Congratulations. Let's keep going.
Alrighty, one last round of applause for all of our speakers today. Okay, a few things are going to happen at once, so listen, sit tight, and I'll walk us through it.